Okay, so here is my digital essay. We'll go to the next slide. So for reading, I put as a college student right now, and it's kind of like throughout my life, I try to start every day or at least some part of the day reading my Bible. Um, we can use reading in a lot of different ways. It could be reading textbooks, magazines, Bibles. It could be reading newspapers, letters from people. Reading it is just something that helps us. It can help us with our spelling, um, and all of that type of stuff. For listening, I said elementary age throughout for my picture. Um, I couldn't find a picture from when I went to my camps, which I'm getting ready to explain in a second. So this is me actually volunteering at a camp a couple years ago. And so growing up, I got to go to a variety of different church camps, and during these camps, I got to listen to leaders and other people tell me about Christ and everything that he has done for us and just growing my faith. So that is what I used for my experiences of listening. For listening, again, we can use this for a lot of different things. Listening to things, sometimes people are learners who like to listen more, so it's always good to have like listening cues rather than reading cues type of thing, but it's also good to have both of those. And we can listen to things like music, movies, podcasts, even audiobooks can be used. But that is listening. For viewing, I said around ages from 12 to 19, could be even younger. Maybe like 10s, even to my age now. But for viewing, I said um softball has taken me to a lot of different places, so I've got to see a lot of different sites. Like I went to Colorado almost every year, and we got to see the mountains and hike some of the mountains. In this top picture here, you can see the mountains behind us. This is in a Colorado tournament. This black and white picture right here, this is me climbing or hiking just a small part of a mountain with one of my teammates. And then um this picture right here where I am standing on the rock, I actually got to visit the Grand Canyon on my way to Reno, Nevada for a softball tournament. So softball has definitely um given me a lot of different things to go view and look at, which has also sparked a liking for seeing like different monuments, mountains, all that type of stuff. Viewing is taking place all the time. We are constantly viewing a lot of different things like art, history, anything that was created by somebody. Viewing is also another way that students like to learn in their best way by visual cues and all of that. So that is very important when it comes to school and learning. Writing, I put was throughout my life, because this is something that my family has done for quite a long time. For Christmas on my dad's side, my family would have to write a version of like a classical Christmas song. So like you would take the melody tune of Jingle Bells, but you would create your own song with it from only a certain list of words or phrases that you could use. Unfortunately, I could not find a picture of any of these songs that we created or us performing the songs because we also had to perform the songs. So this is just a picture of my family during Christmas where our song making happens. Writing can be used in many different forms. We can use writing to write down information that we have heard from either reading, viewing, listening to things, all of that type of stuff. You can also write like journal entries and all of that. Writing is also another way that students can learn better by taking notes. So that is also very important. Speaking, of course, once again, it relates back to softball because that is what I've been doing for a long time. So again, I said this is throughout my whole life because it is still happening, but it also happened when I was 5 years old. I speak to motivate my teammates at practices, games, tournaments. This can happen before a game, at practices, during a game, after a game. Just talking and speaking about different situations and whatnot. We can use speaking a lot when we don't understand things or when we do understand things and helping others. So that is also a very, very important aspect. I don't know where my mouse went. Okay, there it is. For visual representation, I put college me right now because back home I have a niece that was born over a little more than a year ago. She was born in July of 2022. So this is Lily. She is the cutest little girl I've ever seen. But I've used her for my visual representation because I take pictures of her all the time when I'm at home because I don't get to see her as much when I'm here at school, and I FaceTime her all the time because I just don't want to miss out on those moments where she's growing. And visual representation can be used from taking pictures and videos of different things we experience, and this can also help us learn and grow from our experiences by having these things to look back on. Well, anyways, that is the end of my digital essay. Thank you so much for listening.